The channel. Today what we're going to talk about is some tips to avoid hitting the ground before the golf ball. So this video is on behalf of one of my Instagram followers who are struggling with this kind of fault and they're needing some assistance. So if you've not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and every video I post you'll receive a notification to say the video is now live. Today we're at Cardrona Golf Club and we're on the third tee. As you can see, the surrounding area is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful day, and we're going to talk about kind of 3 simple tips to help avoiding that ground contact before the golf ball. Number 1 we're going to talk about is a lot of golfers who get to the top of the backswing, and the tendency is they really release the club early. So they release the club early, the club hits the ground before the golf ball, but the characteristic behind that is a straightening of the wrist too early. So if you think we get to the top of the backswing, if we maintain our wrist angles, the club's going to make contact past the golf ball. But what tends to happen is golfers will get to the top of the backswing, they start to straighten their wrists too early or straighten their arms too early. That's where the club hits the ground before the golf ball. That is one of the main causes of hitting the ground, and the club starts to work up too early and we're in a position that we're in trouble. So fault number 2 we talk about, so I always think my arms are attached to my body, so whatever my body does, my arms are in a position where they actually have to rescue the golf ball. So if my body weight's behind the golf ball, the club's going to hit the ground before the golf ball. So fault number 2 we talk about is golfers will get to the top of the backswing, and the tendency from that is a lot of golfers try and help the golf ball up in the air. So what happens is my chest stays behind the golf ball and my head stays behind the golf ball. A good way of thinking it is wherever my head goes, my weight goes. My head stays behind the golf ball, from there my weight stays behind the golf ball, and then that's where we're going to create a strike that's going to start working up too early. We're going to hit the ground. Instead of releasing the club early, where we hear a really loud noise of the club being released before impact, we want to feel like we get in the club to release after impact, so we can hear that really loud noise after impact. So something to combat that, we're going to get to the top of the backswing, and what we're going to feel like we're doing is we feel like we're releasing the club almost at the golf ball. So feel like we're maintaining our wrist angles all the way down. So the logo in my left glove, if I release that early, the logo's going to point back at me. So feel like we're keeping that logo kind of pointing towards the target all the way through. Go back to that analogy, feel like we're dragging a mop. So feel like we're dragging the mop is releasing the golf club past the golf ball. So analogy to use as a sprinter, you would never see a sprinter stopping straight at the line because they're going to do their self-injury or any type of injury. So what golf is similar. We need to release the club past that finish line. If we don't, that's where we're in trouble. We're going to create ourselves an injury. So if we set up to the golf ball, what we're going to do from there is we want to hear that noise. So remember, if you were putting and you hole a putt, you'd hear the noise of the ball dropping in the hole. This is similar to this. So I want you to feel like you're creating a whoosh after impact. So remember what we're talking about. We're getting our hands a little bit ahead, we're getting our weight left, and we're going to hit this golf ball and show you that move. So I'm releasing the club past impact. Almost in that position. But also another drill you can focus on, don't swing the club at the golf ball, swing the club at the target. So we're going to take the club, this is the only time you've got permission to throw the golf club down the fairway. So if we release the club early, we're going to dig the club into the ground. So take the club back, release the club, feel that motion, releasing that club's going to create a lot of speed. So there's a couple of simple tips that you can implement within your practice. Let me know your thoughts on that video.